With Metroid Prime 4 coming someday, there's the inevitable question, what is the game gonna be about, and what do you want from the game? Today, me and the Lorator discuss this. This is part of a multi-part collab with him and I, and comment down what you guys want for Prime 4. Anyways, enjoy, bye.
But I think this leads to a natural question, is that, Metroid Prime 4 is on the way. It's called Metroid Prime.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think Dark Samus could return? And if so, do you think they could rehabilitate her character?
I want Dark Samus to return. Let me make that clear. But Yoshio Sakamoto said that this was the end, that Dark Samus was finished, basically. I don't know if it was just one interview. I think it was multiple. I don't know if he said Dark Samus was just dead forever, or if he said that the next Prime game would not focus on Dark Samus. It was one of those.
Because clearly, Metroid can have some excellent villains, I think. Ravenbeak has shown they can have intimidating, certainly, villains. If you don't think Dark Samus is going to return, practically speaking, you want her to, but you don't think she will. It looks like Silex is going to be the next big bad. What's your take on Silex as a villain? He's been really built up these past few games.
I think the only way he'd work as a villain is he's one of those villains that's 2 steps ahead of the protagonist. Like, they know that they would get their ass kicked by the protagonist, but they're 2 steps ahead. Like, they always got some trick up their sleeve.
I think they were implying that's the kind of villain he's going to be.
Yeah, because basically, if they treat Silex the same way they treated Dark Samus, they're not going to be as forgiving for Silex's flaws as they are for Dark Samus, since Silex is just a much less cool character than Dark Samus. And I'm not dissing Dark Samus as a villain, but she does have a lot of flaws, and those would not be forgiven for Silex, I feel.
I mean, okay, compared to Dark Samus, that is certainly true. But I think he's proven he might be the second best bounty hunter. I mean, his Prime Hunters fight might have been the hardest of the hunters, in my opinion. And he's the only one that actually managed to get away from Samus. None of the other ones even managed that much.
Yeah, in Prime Hunters, I say yeah. Is second strongest bounty hunter of all time aside from Samus? I don't think so, because Samus and Joey, bounty hunters in there, the bounty hunters in there did a way better job than any of the bounty hunters in Prime Hunters, of not just keeping up with Samus, but actually just damaging her. And then even the non-bounty hunters, like that criminal, with the mock-up Metroid power suit, with her mock-up power suit, still managed to do a way better job at fighting her than any of the Prime Hunters.
Let me rephrase. Second best of his day, maybe.
Yeah.
Of his time.
Yeah, that would make sense.
Okay. But he, for those who don't know, Silex has appeared in Hunters, as we mentioned. I think he next appeared in Prime 3, the secret ending. He's tailing Samus. That clearly doesn't go anywhere, because Prime Federation Force happens, and he steals a Metroid egg, so... Well, if you could predict a plot based on these clues, where would you go?
Well, it would be obviously something to do with Metroids. You know what would be cool? Because we don't know when Prime's gonna be. I do not think this is gonna happen, but it would be cool if, he stole the Metroid. If, say, just pretend for a second that Federation Force was after Fusion. It would be cool if he took the Metroid to study its weaknesses, basically, aside from Cold, so he could, figure out how to fight Samus, after Fusion. That would be cool. But it's as far as, predicting what I actually think's gonna happen. I think he's just gonna make Metroid-based, some Metroid-based weaponry or something, something to control the Metroids, maybe. Which honestly is probably the most likely, because he was figured out how to hatch one.
I wouldn't even be surprised if they used that plot point to explain MB other M controlling all the creatures. I almost wouldn't be surprised if that's what that led to.
Oh my gosh, yeah. Probably one of the most hated plot points I'd say that's probably why Federation Force is one of the more hated Metroid games, because people will say the main reason it gets hate is because for a 20th anniversary game, it was the worst time to release it. Literally, they should not have released it as a 20th anniversary game, or a 25th anniversary, whatever anniversary it was. They should not have released it then. Terrible timing on Nintendo's part. Yeah, and then also I think the second biggest reason is just because, not that you don't play as Samus, if you think that that's required to like the game, then you just really hate world building, because there has to be some games where we play as people that aren't Samus in order for Samus to seem so cool, I guess. And
I guess, right.
And then But yeah, I'd say the main reason, aside from that, would definitely be that why it's hated is because the stupid battle against Samus, which isn't even hard.
It's a nightmare for me. I don't even want to touch that thing from a scaling point of view.
Well, rest in peace. He ended up caving in. God bless you, Lorator. Yeah.
I don't. And the pirates, don't get me. So let me get this straight. They captured her. They made her bigger.
Yeah.
And all they could think to do was, you know what? Let's make her a pinball machine. That's what we'll do.
Yeah, I know.
They didn't turn her over to Ridley or something. I mean, it literally baffles the mind, the plot holes or the plot conveniences with that. Honestly, I can't. I'm sorry, we got off topic from the Silence conversation.
Yeah.
But you think he'll make an army and control them. But I wanted to touch on you saying that he'll be a two-step ahead villain. Now, we know he hates the Federation. I think it's said somewhere. I think it might be in the guide for... I think it was in Prime Hunters they mentioned that he hates the Federation.
I remember seeing sorry, this is kind of unrelated. I remember seeing a theory. Remember, like, Adam's brother in Other M that died? I saw, like, a theory video on, like, why Silex was that guy. Like, why Silex was Adam's brother and he hates the Federation because they didn't save him or something. That's just a good preview of all the Metroid theory videos that exist, which make up, like, 70% of all Metroid videos.
I would almost like to believe that, but A, you got blown the fuck up, but you know what? It's Metroid, fine. B, it actually makes Adam's character worse in Other M, right? It legitimately, I think it would make me hate Adam more in Other M.
Like how so?
If Silex is Adam's brother, right? And they'll probably have this whole emotional thing.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
And it's remembering it and like being pissed off at Adam for like not letting her save him, right? Only to go back to like being submissive Sakamoto version Samus and Other M. It just, I think it wouldn't even work with the Other M plot. Well, nothing works with the Other M plot, but still, I think it would just make it work.
Nothing with the Other M plot works, yeah.
But I mean, maybe you see something in that.
No.
I mean, do you believe in that, or are you just putting it out there?
No, I just say that that's like the ridiculous theories that people make about Metroid, which make up like 70% of the YouTube videos. I remember like watching this top 5 things you didn't know about Metroid video by like Watch Mojo or something. It's always by the people who aren't Metroid YouTubers that make those kinds of videos. And with the top 5s I'm talking about, the theory videos are only what Metroid YouTubers make, basically. But and then it was like, did you know that Samus has like a love for, like loves Adam as like a spouse? And I was just like, what? And it was just like based on the dialogue. Okay, guys, so I watched this video when I was a lot younger, like years ago. I somehow found the video, even though I could barely remember it. That's right, I somehow found this video. Let's roll the clip.
Number 4. She's had 2 love interests. Other M was one of those games which was altogether better left alone or entirely out of the Metroid franchise. There's an argument that there may have been an attraction between Samus and Adam, specifically in Other M. The relationship would be called an Electra complex, where a daughter is attracted to her father. Yeah, let's keep Freudian theory out of this video before we scar everyone for life.
Yeah, that was pretty horrible. I'll have the video linked down in the description because it is so bad, but it's really funny. So you guys could give that a watch if you want. Like in the game or whatever, and I was like, wait, so why are you peddling this as if this is like fact? Like what?
Why?
Yeah.
You know what's a goddamn better theory than being the Silex? I could almost believe it's Samus's dad, actual dad, is Silex. At least he has a reason to hate the Federation.
Yeah.
But then I think Ridley said he ate him, or ate her mother. I don't know if he ate both of her parents, but he ate her mother. I don't know. But, you know, we can shift to that topic on how stagnant the YouTube scene is for Metro. I think that's a good topic.
So what do you guys want for Prime 4? Please leave a comment down below and let us know, and also give feedback on the video, of course, because, yeah, I'm really hyped for Prime 4, and I hope it's a great game. If Retro somehow fucks this up, there's gonna be hell to pay. But yeah, so overall, I am really proud of this video. I spent a ton of time on it. I'm really glad I got to have this conversation with Lorator in the first place. Like, huge shout out to him, because this entire series was his idea. For this one recording, there is 1 or 2 more parts left, and then we're done. But this is not our last collab. we are going to do more stuff, and in fact, this series might even continue past this recording, which is extremely likely because we had already discussed that as soon as we started it. So yeah, anyways, thank you guys so much for watching and supporting this series. Overall, it's been super fun to make, and yeah, if you want more original Metroid content, which doesn't really seem to exist these days, you guys can go check out me and the Loiter's channels. You will not regret that. But anyways, that's about it for me. Goodbye.